Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 8th of November 2024. So Bitcoin bullion and big tech bid as hawkish Powell pushes bond yields, rate cuts odds lower. And talking of rate cuts, interest rates cut to 4.75 as Bank of England says budget could be inflationary but also boost growth. Make your mind up. Stock market today, Asian shares gain as Fed cuts rates as well. They cut their rate by 0.25% as well. US stocks printed fresh record highs, but ultimately finished mixed while treasuries rebounded and the dollar weakened as the Trump trade waned. Yes, as I said yesterday, it's all euphoria. Wait until the next few weeks. Stocks continue to rally, but yields and dollar tumble in Trump fade, and that's what it is. It was a faded trade. So yesterday, just to recap, UK cutting rates and the US. Economic news for today, not a lot at all. Prelim for the US at 3 p.m. for the sentiment and expectations there. Okay, let's have a look at the markets for yesterday. Kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, very tiny bar, a lot of volume and a tiny bar, not as much as the previous day, but as certainly the day before and other days where we saw the market find support there. You can see the climatic action of the volume and then the market moving higher. It will take a lot to breach that particular bar anyway, so it's compared to the previous days, looks like there's a bit of selling around there for yesterday. Let's just spread that out a bit more so we can see it a bit more clearly. And price is slightly down on the overnight there as well. A bit more detail, very choppy. That's what you call a mixed session, isn't it? But they were waiting for the Fed to decide on whether they're going to cut rates or not, but it was a foregone conclusion anyway. And overnight prices sitting, attempting to get above the DP but failing to do so, but sitting above the 50 EMA at the moment. So it's starting to calm down following Wednesday's reaction to Trump being elected as the 45th? I can't remember. 47th president, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But like I say, the euphoria seems to have waned a little there. And in the German Dax, as I said yesterday, don't be surprised if they pump the market back. I did say that 500 was a tall order, but we did manage to get the market back to the upside yesterday, playing catch up with Europe playing catch up with the US. For sure there. If you look at the 30-minute charts, if I can see it, there we go. You can see there was a one-way bet, market moving higher. How many points did it move? Let's just have a quick look there. So from the open to the close, we had 382, so only 18 points off the 400. And market moving back to the previous, attempting to move back to the previous day's high. Did a very good job of it, that's for sure. I'm saying it was just a one-way bet. But overnight, price is sideways to lower, below the close, below the high at the time of recording. And in the S&P, we have the all-time high for yesterday. We haven't breached it overnight yet, but 5984, 6,000 is where we're going with the S&P. Just a matter of time there. Big psychological level. Yesterday moving higher. It wasn't like the Dow where it was choppy. It just moved the one way with it being a broader market. Price is looking to get through today's high, no doubt, but it's only got the one bit of news today. Saying that though, you can soon find some geopolitical news or other news to move the market if you wish to do so. Meanwhile, in the UK, we've dropped out of that sideways move, and obviously the market's not convinced of Reeves' budget whatsoever, so we've dropped out, but we haven't sort of failed yet. We are below the 200 MA though, as you can see there. And then in the 30-minute chart, the market's reaction to the rate cut, market shot down, then came back, no surprise there. And overnight the market sitting at the DP, struggling a bit there as well because it's below the averages and yesterday's close. So US dollar doing a straight reversal, that's what you call a fade trade, straight reversal on the previous day, all nonsense. So let's just have a look and see how the metals came through yesterday. So silver managing to come back but starting to be battered already on the downside. I'm still keeping the target down here at 30.11 I don't believe that this is over yet. They haven't finished what they want to do on the downside. They're going to seize the opportunity. Any bit of bad news, and what they'll do is then take the positivity and the enthusiasm that they had from the other day in the stock markets, moving them higher, and they'll find some excuse, and of course the metals will automatically be battered for that, even if the dollar moves lower as well. So it's just the way it works. So yeah, watch the 89% retracement level. We get through that, we go down to these two numbers here. The fundamentals haven't changed, but it doesn't matter about fundamentals when you've got banks that every lunchtime, as we've seen so many times, will move the markets lower. They didn't do it as much yesterday, but you can still see how it stopped. Then it moved up, and then now they're taking advantage while it's quiet to bring it back down to yesterday's low. So expect that today. It's Friday as well. They like to batter the silver market on a Friday. And gold finding some buying as well, but that too coming down. Expect the 50 EMA to be retested again today. And there you can see yesterday removed back to the upside, a lot better than silver as far as the stability of the move. But now approaching the DP, and again expect the low to be retested today. It just seems to be up and down at the moment, and we can expect more of that going forward as well. So in the gold silver ratio, starting to move up again already. Like I say, for me it's going back to 90 down to $30 is where it looks like it's going to have an attempt there. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. Silver is a store of value, and it always does appreciate in value. The silver I bought in 2015 has doubled in price. You can't buy it for that price now, so it doesn't really matter in the long term. It will still rise, but it's still under pressure and under manipulation there. Right, let's have a look at yesterday's trade, see how the market went on, and then a quick look at the overnight market, see what it's doing. So yesterday, a lot of activity in the pre-market session there. You can see prices rallying up, then coming back to the close just before the open of the cash market. Prices then sprung to the upside. As I mentioned in yesterday's alert, they wanted to bring back that sort of synchronicity with the US markets. If they move higher, the Dax generally does. And they had no problem doing that straight away. They moved it up 200 points. And prices then traded sideways. We had a potential short that failed because the market wanted to still come back up. We then had another long that was filled, and that became a loss as well. And then we move lower, as you can see there, just down to the DP. Got some of the losses back, and then prices just drifted sideways until we got to the US, where it started to move up once more. And continuing up to the R1 there, but not getting back to the previous day's high. It tried but failed to do so. So a bit of a messy morning, and the afternoon the market just in the one direction there, just with a bit of a pullback, and then going towards that R1 level, which it failed to do so, just putting in a double top there, as you can see. So a quick look at where the market is overnight, and prices are not too far away from yesterday's high. You've got the close there and the high, but you've got to get through these three averages, particularly the 200 MA, in order to move higher there. But failing to do this, you've got the DP down here, and I would suspect it's going to be a far less trading range than yesterday as well. If we just look at the daily chart again in this chart here, you will see that the range yesterday was quite significant, so we're probably going to go back to something more average during today. Okay, that's it for this one for this week, and as we head into the weekend, have a great weekend, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.